State Warriors.
Around the same course, I'm slipping down a chain reaction, and here I go, here I go, here I go, go. And once again I'm yours in fractions. It takes me down, pulls me down low. Honey, it's raining tonight, but storms always have an eye, have an eye. Tell me you're covered tonight, or tell me lies, tell me lies. I want you to know that it's our time. You and me bleed the same light. I want you to know that I'm all yours. You and me, we're the same force. I want you to know that it's our time. You and me bleed the same light. I want you to know that I'm all yours. You and me run the same course. I want you to know that it's our time. You and me bleed the same light. I'm better under your reflection. But did you know, no, that's anybody else that's met ya? It's all the same, all the same, all the same glow. Honey, it's raining tonight, but storms always have an eye, have an eye. Tell me you're covered tonight, or tell me lies, tell me lies. I want you to know that it's our time. You and me bleed the same light. I want you to know that I'm all yours. You and me, we're the same force. I want you to know that it's our time. You and me bleed the same light. I want you to know that I'm all yours. You and me run the same course.
We've got a full house of Rabid Rocket fans packed in the arena here in Houston, Texas. We'll see the Cleveland Cavaliers facing the Houston Rockets. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron James is out there with McCoy. And Shumpert in the center position.
And the Rockets were a tough team last year, but at times it really felt like a one-man show. Harden carried them so much for so long. You just have to wonder if it wore him out.
Now Manius following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. It's tipped. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And those are the first points of the game.
Nice hoop to get the scoring started there.
Cleveland with a very strong year last year. They were a very solid team on the road, as most LeBron-led teams are.
Yeah, he's a special guy in terms of how he can elevate other players. Didn't start out hot on the road, but eventually got it together and ended up 22-19 away from home.
And Beverly gets the money use. Here's Howard. And it's blocked. And Cleveland gets called for the foul. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Houston moving the ball around. Manius dishes to Howard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. With it. Now Smith defending. Another miss by Houston.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 for 4 here, still looking for their first win. And back to the Cavs and their road play. Teams with a lot of new players coming in can struggle early. It's especially evident when playing on the road. What a play right there. Got his man tumbling to the floor, and then the balance to knock it down.
Unbelievable move. Rush hour handle supreme right there.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they had.
You talk about being streaky on the road. That's what the Cavs were. You could rattle off 4 wins on the road in a row, then come back empty from their next road trip. They did seem, though, to get stronger and more steady as the season went on.
Here's McCray. For 3. Yes, that's LeBron picking up the assist.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
The Cavaliers leading by 7. Smith kicks to Irving, and it's blocked.
Well, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Harden's shot is off.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
And just no fear, Travis. I mean, he is willing to mix it up in the paint with the big boy. And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Maniunas. And then for Cleveland, Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Shumpert. Fry comes in for McCray. And it's James Jones in for James. And on the way from Irving for 3. Jacks up a 3. He shoot again. Set back by Howard. Fry, that's for 2. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Rockets trailed by 9. Harden draws the double. Shoots from the elbow. And the basket good.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him. You know, that's hard to explain that way. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Capella's checked in. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. A.J. McDaniels, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Terry in for Patrick Beverly.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
Houston shooting their first free throws of this. That free throw missing. As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate.
And you know, it was just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19-20 in the first 39 games, and then 34-9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in.
Smith for 3. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
You know, after starting the game 0 for 3, you know he was just desperately looking for that one to fall.
Terry uses the glass to finish the layup. Now Irving. From outside the arc. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Cavaliers ahead, leading by 10. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
But they recover it. Irving up top. He's got 6. And it's off from three-point range. Rockets trailed by 12. Irving against Terry. And it's blocked. Shumpert passes to Smith. Pulls up from the corner. Again, Irving missing. The Rockets have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. The Cavaliers shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. He misses the free throw. Houston a whole new 5 on the floor. And Cleveland with a change here too. Mozgov, he's checked in for J.R. Smith.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. And with the Rockets, it's no secret that they take a very analytical approach to team building. Greg, you and I talked about that. Clark, you wonder if that hurts them in free agency.
Well, when your front office makes no qualms about viewing players as simply just assets, it can be a hard sell to a free agent.
James Jones, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. There's the bucket, good. Ariza's got his first points in this one.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession. And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
The Cavaliers leading by 11. Irving against Beverly. Now here's Irving. Defense is right there. The 3 from LeBron. And the rebound goes to Howard.
You have to be willing to pass in those situations. That was a low percentage shot. Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Stolen by Beverly. And it's Houston on the break. Oh, and the dunk by Ariza.
Tell you what, that was all made possible by the heads-up defense at the other end.
And I love that. As soon as they get their hands on the basketball, they immediately get out and transition.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
Hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Fry comes in for Irving. Cleveland's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start of the second quarter. For the 3, Shumpert, no good. Rockets trailed by 9. Harden inside the three-point line. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And so the ball's out of bounds. Shumpert touched it last. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. It's Harden with the drive. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Harden's got 8 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
On the basket by Jones. 59 seconds left now here in the second. Wow. Fast break, here they come. And here they go.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
The Rockets have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And, Kevin, it's something they've been working very hard to correct and to change. I mean, they know how important it is to fix that inability at the free throw line.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Monty Eunice. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. Daniels, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Terry in for Patrick Beverly. J.R. Smith hits them both.
You know, they changed their game here in the second, getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And I'm looking for them to increase that lead if they can keep getting to the free throw line.
Beasley inside, working on Fry. Here's Capella, and that one's good.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes.
And so that's the end of the first half. Cavaliers lead by 13. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Rockets trailed by 13.
Well, I tell you what, it was a really strong year for the Cavs. 53 wins for them, good for the 6th best mark in team history. A lot of those wins also came against the West, making it even more impressive.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Amon Shumpert is out there with McRae. And it's Irving in at the point. Irving double team. Smith kicks to Irving for 3. And he gets it to go. Irving's got 9. Cavs were very strong against the West. 18 and 12 record for them overall, second only to the Hawks in the East.
And they really turned it on against the West from mid-January on. How about going 14 and 1 in the West in their last 15 matchups, and that included a 10-game win streak against the West.
Shumpert with the steal. The Cavaliers, another fast break opportunity here. McRae passes to Smith. The drive by James. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, looking back on last season, you didn't know where the Rockets would end up in terms of shooting in the playoffs. Ended up with the 2 seed because they won the Southwest Division. And as it turned out, everything worked out very well for them.
It really did, and had a divisional matchup in that first round against the Mavs. But the Rockets took care of business in that series and would advance.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And I'd be interested to know just how many of these attempts have come from inside of 5 feet.
And, you know, for the Rockets, they had a major gut check in the second round. Went down 3-1 against the Clippers. Came back to win the series in 7, including Game 6. When I dozed off when they were trailing by 19 in the fourth, was shocked to wake up in the morning and see they had forced the 7th game.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And with the Rockets last postseason, their trip to the conference finals was as far as they would go. Went out to the Warriors in 5 games. Most of them, though, close ones. I think most fans were pleased with how far the team went last year in spite of all the injuries.
Howard. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Howard's got 6 points in the quarter.
And it's strange to think that early last year, all the talk in the media was about about the in-house fighting on the Cavs. Goes to show just how much better things are for a team when they're winning.
James Jones, who's checked in for McCray. The Cavaliers leading by 13. Outside Irving. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. The end. Great momentum, and that confidence showed every game they played.
Really did, and I thought the big three found a way to come together nicely and smooth out the rough spots, and James, Irvin, and Love ended up being the highest scoring trio in the league last year.
Elbow shot. Shot clock at 2.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Beverly dishes to a reason. And some nice passing there by Houston. And good on the basket. Cook it. And it's 8 points for Dwight Howard.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today. They need it.
For 3, Smith. Eunice grabs the miss. Eunice has got 3 rebounds now in this one. And Ariza with the stop.
And you know what? One of the few bright spots in this game for them today. He's kept his edge even though they've been trailing. Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
When they have converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
And the Rockets making a change here. Beasley's checked in. It's no secret, Clark, what this Houston Rockets team wants to do. They want to get to the line, drive the lane, and hurt you from outside the arc.
And they'll do it all at a very fast pace. I mean, it's fun to watch. The pace is something that I think sneaks up on teams sometimes, Kevin.
Good point. Catching up on the changes for Houston. Capella's checked in, and it's Brewer in for James Harden. Howard kicks to Beverly. Back to Howard. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Oh, no doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this game.
Screen by Jones. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game.
And no doubt the Rockets were one of the faster-paced teams in the league last year. When you have the firepower they do, you want it to become a scoring fest.
Daniels is checked in for Dwight Howard. And then for Drew. Oscar is checked in for Martin Shaw. It's Thompson in for LeBron.
And all of a sudden, the shots now falling in bunches. The complexion of this game has completely changed.
Yeah, and that was the only thing that could have brought him back in this game. Everything had to start dropping. And boy, have they gotten on a roll. Major League big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Yeah, maybe that'll give them a little bit of that swagger that they seem to have lost.
The screen from Thompson. Irving for 3. Again, Irving missing.
A lot of the wins for the Rockets, guys, I thought last year came from just wearing down their opponent. I mean, you can keep up with their pace for a quarter, maybe 2, but it's very hard to sustain it for 48 minutes shot for shot.
Stolen by McDaniels. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. Houston making a switch. Terry's checked in. McCray is checked in for Cleveland. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Shoots the 3, and the shot is good. McCray's got 8 points. 16 seconds left in the third. The pass to McDaniels. He tries for 3. The Cavaliers pull it in to the middle. With 4 seconds on the clock. Irving can't hit. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Houston, Terry and Harden are the 1 and 2. Beasley out there with Trevor Ariza. And it's Howard in at the 5 down low. Kicks it out to James. 4 on the shot clock. Drops in the tray. LeBron got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Cavs. Harden kicks to Howard. Shumpert with the steal. Jumps up. And James throws it down hard.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Wow, just look at that lead. Both ends, they have been the team in control.
Yeah, and they put the fans simply on mute. They've not had anything to cheer about, and they've been silent.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
He just continues to light them up. They're going to have to find a way to make him work harder for his point.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Rockets coach had some advice for the team over that last break. He is not pleased with the score and implored them to try to make a push right now, saying, we don't have time, fellas. If we can't make a dent soon, I'll have to pull the plug. Pretty blunt, Kevin. Back to you.
And he's good on the second. Timeout called the Cavaliers.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
Smith, the pass to Shumpert. Irving from long range. And he gets the bucket. And the Cavaliers lead by 17.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Fry's checked in. It's deflected. That's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession. Here's LeBron. Clock at 6. It's rebounded by Houston. Ariza's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Over to the left wing. Here's Howard. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Cavaliers.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
Yeah, but Clark, the other thing that sticks out for me, the number of assists they've made over the course of this game.
That one is no good. The Cavaliers leading by 15. Offensive rebound.
Not good shot selection. Long range and a defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
The drive by Smith. The kick out to Irving. Three-pointer. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
LeBron dishes to Smith. From deep. And the shot no good from McCray. Rockets trailed by 13. Here's Ariza. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. 10 points for Ariza.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Smith the pass to McCray. Cleveland moving the ball around. They find Jay on the way. James, no good. Houston now, time running out. Inside. In the basket by Harden.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they're just giving them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Kicks it out to Beasley. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Monty Eunice is checked in for the Rockets. Shumpert is checked in for the Cavaliers. And he gets it to go.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Cavaliers.
Tonight they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That certainly was their main meal, their bread and butter, if you will.
Just a quality win, and you look at the box score and some really good numbers for Kyrie Irving. You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
Love check in for McCray. Love kicks to Smith. And that one is hammered home.
Just no let up, guys. They just keep coming at you.
Well, this lead is too big to overcome. I'm going out on the limb right now. There's just not enough time left on the clock to make up the ground they have to make up.
Beverly dishes to Howard. Howard down with both hands.
Flush that thing down, young fella.
That is a fierce two-hander.
Maximum force on that dunk.
It's a pick by Love. There's the pick. 5 on the clock. On its way from Irving for 2. Rebounded by Howard.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. Because he can't get anything to fall this half.
And the dunk by James.
And you can hear the disappointment in the crowd tonight. But we saw a team that was just ready to do battle in this arena. They clearly wanted this road.
Crystal clearly. They came in here determined to steal this game, Greg. Their effort.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you all the action. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sideline. At the Staples Center, where the Clippers will try to turn it up on their home floor. So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Amir Johnson is out there with Jared Sullinger. And it's Crowder right for three. Ball passes to Jordan. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot two.
And that's how you want to use your fouls, not allowing him to get to the rim.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good play. I mean, you stop the pure thing, slam dunk with that foul. And I think you send a bit of a message, too, about your physicality before.
Look what happened when the game got sloppy. Introducing the Lone Ranger, the Kimo Sabi. The horses were big, the 10-gallon tracks. The hood cowboys with the 10-gallon raps. Racking ACG boots and baseball caps. I agree, this ain't a simulation of the doo-doo. This is the shot said to get used to. Gangstar foundation to treat. We branched off, shine. I just waited our chance to blast off. Year rounds in possession of Black Poet, Nick Khalil, the NYGs. I'm making diamonds out of pressure. My pipes are intact. Don't believe me? Ask your boy in the back to the track. These recordings be important and responsible for drama like Sarah Palin, Joe Biden, McCain, and Obama.
Man, listen, we be on a life or death mission. Get paid like tuition or caged up in prison. One time for your mind, two ghetto politicians. 3 for all my niggas locked down in the system. Man, listen, we be on a life or death mission. Get paid like tuition or caged up in prison. One time for your mind, two ghetto politicians. 3 for all my niggas locked down in the system.
NYG.
They said New York fell off. Who bringing New York back? I'm like, where we went? What part the game is that? We've been here the whole time, anxiously waiting. And the streets paper chase, supreme testing our patience. Now stop the presses. Listen up, this is not a lecture. More like a message with a flow that's as hot as peppers. Pop the only way you can stop this villain. I'm sick with it, couldn't with amoxicillin. I've been the illest, this ill kid, Operation Rad. Though I never contemplated that. Then that's a rap, turn your pages to 03. Chapter NYG's, Pants is my code D. No iron team, homie, picture me solo. See what happened to Tony, what he did to Manolo. Here go that New York Giant, back on it again. Seen with Wolverines and they wasn't from Michigan. Y'all listening, y'all can hear a lyrical street. Narcotics, raw dens. Rap don't work, find us in Tennessee. Looking for bucks, see if they still tend to
NYG.
We appeal to those that feel.
practice freedom of speech and refuse to hold back. Hey, what you say?
NYG.
We appeal to those that feel.
Practice freedom of speech and refuse to hold back. Hey, what you say?
NYG.
Welcome to a jam-packed arena here in Oklahoma City. We'll see the Golden State Warriors facing the Oklahoma City Thunder. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. The Splash Brothers are the guards. Iguodala out there with Rush. And it's Clark in at the 5 down low.
You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season, signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoffs.
Now Adams, after Westbrook's mystery, Robertson can't hit. Stolen by Westbrook. Another shot. Sophie to Robertson. He kicks it to Durant. A team short, but it's good off the front. Durant got his team on the board to start the game for Oklahoma City. And for Billy Donovan. We were talking about him. He had been with Ford for so long. The Gator program built by him. It'd be a big change. He had been thinking about it, though, before. He almost took the management job back in 2007.
You know, there was a change of heart for him with the Orlando gig. And Donovan's done nothing but win at Florida, and he'll have that same pressure to succeed with the high expectations with the Thunder.
Westbrook drives in. Banked in off the glass.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Curry outside. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. Rush with the steal. Beyond the arc. Again, Curry missing.
The shots aren't dropping yet. They've missed 4 of their first 5 shots.
To the paint. Here's Adams. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. Three-point play chance here. The Thunder shooting their first free throw this game.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Curry against Westbrook. Curry passes to Clark. Curry gets the rush. Golden State moving it around. Shot clock at 5. And Curry, here we go. And it's good. With time running down on the shot clock. Curry's got his first basket.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. Typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
They get it back. Here's Westbrook. And it's blocked by Curry.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saves the layup with that foul, and it'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Here's Candace checking for answers. Single comes in for Serge Ibaka. Waiters, he's checking for Roberson. It's Boy for Russell Westbrook.
Oh, Maestro, you're so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
As we're talking about the Warriors, you know, they were built to play with each other last year. The bigs could all pass very well, and that set up the three-point threats.
And then even on the defensive side, I mean, they had players that really complemented each other. I mean, some undersized power forwards who counted with rim protectors. I mean, they also had the length at every perimeter position to switch on any play. So they are equally as adept on that side of the ball.
Nice shot by Ford.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
Pass to Spates. A 3 from Barnes. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
There's a chance he can have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter. Yeah, he went for a little extra on that one.
Well, he usually doesn't finish soft, obviously. You know, he can when necessary, sure, but not that time.
Not when you can throw it down like that.
Yes, sir.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also come out their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in there.
So at the end of one quarter of play, but still a close game. Thunder lead by 2. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we're ready to get going once more. The players have a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight. And when you consider how the Thunder are doing, guys, what do you think?
I tell you what, defensively, they have been in tune with one another as intense as I've seen.
Yeah, nice job helping out on the rotations and drives, doing really good work at the defensive end.
And chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And Golden State looking who they got. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Rush up there with Iguodala. And it's Clark in the center position. And the Thunder making a change here. Adams checked in. Curry can't get it to go. We know Oklahoma City has the start. The big names, the offensive players. But, Rick, this team, and you appreciate this, is a very tough defensive group.
Yeah, I think they've matured in that area. And in the past, that wasn't always true. But last year, the Thunder really hung their hat on their defense. Top 10 in opponents' field goal percentage.
Here's Westbrook. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, he's going to finish firm when he gets to space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
Curry hits the bucket.
Oh, terrific work finishing a soft move like that. The finger roll.
It's Westbrook with the drive. And it's Westbrook again missing. The Warriors train. Curry kicks to Clark. Golden State moving the ball around. Rush's shot is off. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Adams' shot is good.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Curry outside. Again, Curry missing.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck to beat here. It's just not his night.
And the shot is good.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic. Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
Westbrook.
You always gonna have